Taking responsibility is one of the most empowering actions we can take in life. It means acknowledging that while we cannot control everything around us, we have control over how we respond to situations, the choices we make, and the actions we take. Responsibility involves recognizing that our lives are shaped by the decisions we make, and it empowers us to change our circumstances by taking ownership of our behavior, thoughts, and attitudes. At its core, taking responsibility means moving away from a victim mentality. Many of us have experienced difficult circumstances, whether in our personal or professional lives, that may have been beyond our control. However, it is easy to get caught in the trap of blaming others or external factors for our lack of progress or happiness. While it is important to acknowledge the challenges we face, we must resist the temptation to blame them for our inability to move forward. When we blame others or our circumstances, we give away our power to change. By taking responsibility, we take back control of our lives and acknowledge that no matter what happens, we always have the power to respond in a way that shapes our future. One of the most important aspects of taking responsibility is being accountable for our actions. Every choice we make has consequences, whether immediate or long-term. When we choose to take responsibility for those choices, we no longer make excuses or try to shift the blame onto others. Instead, we own the impact of our decisions, both the good and the bad. This accountability forces us to be honest with ourselves about our role in any situation and to learn from our mistakes. When we acknowledge our missteps, we open ourselves up to growth and improvement. Taking responsibility doesn't mean being perfect. It means being willing to own our actions and learn from them, no matter how difficult it may be. Taking responsibility also means not letting past mistakes define us. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of guilt or regret when things don't go as planned. However, living in the past and dwelling on our mistakes prevents us from moving forward. Taking responsibility means accepting that everyone makes mistakes and that these are part of the learning process. Instead of letting past failures determine our future, we can take responsibility by using them as opportunities to grow. This mindset frees us from the weight of our past and allows us to step into the present with a renewed sense of purpose and possibility. Another key aspect of responsibility is taking ownership of our emotions. It's common for people to blame others for how they feel. We might say things like, "You made me angry," or "She hurt my feelings." However, taking responsibility for our emotions means acknowledging that we, not other people, are in control of how we respond emotionally. We cannot always control the actions of others, but we can control how we react to them. By taking responsibility for our emotions, we empower ourselves to choose how we feel and respond. This not only helps us maintain our emotional well-being, but it also gives us the ability to navigate difficult situations with grace and maturity. Taking responsibility also involves setting goals and following through on them. It's one thing to talk about what we want to achieve, but it's another to take the necessary steps to make those desires a reality. When we take responsibility for our goals, we don't wait for others to motivate us or for the perfect conditions to appear. Instead, we take action, make a plan, and hold ourselves accountable for following through. We don't make excuses for why we can't achieve our dreams. We make a commitment to take the actions necessary to move closer to them, even when things get tough. Ultimately, taking responsibility is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that although we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. By owning our actions, our decisions, and our emotions, we reclaim our power and create the conditions for growth and success. Responsibility is not about perfection, it's about showing up, being honest with ourselves, and making choices that align with the life we want to create. When we take responsibility for our lives, we take the first step toward creating a future that is shaped by our own choices and actions. In the end, taking responsibility is one of the most liberating things we can do. It allows us to stop being passive observers of our lives and start actively shaping them. It means taking ownership of both our successes and our failures, and using both as tools for growth. Responsibility doesn't mean doing everything perfectly, but it does mean embracing the fact that we have the power to direct our own lives. Through responsibility, we take charge of our own destiny and open the door to greater personal fulfillment and success. Resilience in the face of setbacks is one of the most valuable qualities a person can develop. Life is full of challenges, unexpected twists, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. Whether it's a personal failure, a career setback, or an unforeseen crisis, we all experience moments when things don't go as planned. In those moments, it's easy to feel defeated, to question our abilities, and to consider giving up. But resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, separates those who thrive from those who falter. At its core, resilience is about embracing setbacks not as the end of the road, but as a part of the journey. When we encounter challenges, it's natural to feel disappointed, frustrated, or even fearful. However, resilient individuals understand that these feelings don't define them. They acknowledge the difficulty of the situation, but choose to focus on how they can learn from it and move forward. Instead of allowing setbacks to dictate their future, resilient people take control of their response and find ways to adapt, grow, and persist. This mindset shift is what makes resilience so powerful. One of the most important aspects of resilience is perspective. Setbacks, no matter how difficult, are often not as permanent as they may seem in the heat of the moment. When faced with adversity, it's easy to become overwhelmed by negative emotions or to focus solely on the problem at hand. Resilient individuals, however, are able to step back and look at the bigger picture. They remind themselves that setbacks are a natural part of life and that they have faced challenges before and emerged stronger. This perspective helps them maintain hope and clarity, allowing them to make more rational decisions and stay focused on the future, rather than being paralyzed by the present difficulty. Another key to resilience is the ability to adapt. Life rarely goes exactly as planned, and the road to success is often filled with detours. When things don't go according to plan, resilient individuals don't get stuck in the frustration of what went wrong. Instead, they look for ways to adjust, pivot, and try a different approach. Adaptability is crucial because it allows us to overcome obstacles by finding new solutions and strategies. It requires creativity and flexibility, two traits that help us navigate uncertainty and turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. Resilience isn't about clinging to one specific path, but being willing to adjust when necessary to keep moving forward. Resilience is also about persistence. It's about getting up after falling down, continuing the fight even when the odds seem stacked against us, and refusing to quit in the face of adversity. Many of the most successful people in the world have faced repeated failures and setbacks along their journey. What set them apart was their ability to keep going despite the challenges. Resilience is not a trait that comes naturally to everyone, but it is something that can be developed with practice. It's about developing the inner strength to keep pushing forward, even when the results aren't immediate or the journey seems long. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is the ability to learn from failure. Setbacks provide valuable lessons that can help us grow stronger and more capable. Resilient individuals don't view failure as a reflection of their worth or abilities. Instead, they see it as an opportunity to learn and improve. They ask themselves, what can I take from this experience? How can I do better next time? This mindset allows them to grow from their setbacks and emerge more prepared to face future challenges. Every failure is a stepping stone toward success if we are willing to learn from it. Additionally, emotional regulation plays a significant role in resilience. Life's challenges can trigger a range of emotional responses, from anger to sadness to anxiety. Resilient individuals understand the importance of acknowledging their emotions, but also know how to manage them. They don't allow negative emotions to take control or derail their progress. Instead, they find ways to process their feelings in healthy ways, whether through reflection, meditation, physical activity, or seeking support from others. By managing their emotions effectively, resilient people are better able to stay focused and take productive action, even in the midst of adversity. Finally, resilience is strengthened by a support system. No one can face setbacks alone all the time, and having a network of family, friends, or mentors can provide the encouragement and perspective needed to stay resilient. Resilient individuals don't isolate themselves. When things go wrong, they lean on others for support and guidance. Whether it's talking through problems, receiving advice, or simply having someone to listen, A strong support system can make all the difference in helping us bounce back from setbacks and stay motivated in the face of challenges. In conclusion, resilience in the face of setbacks is not about avoiding failure, but learning how to rise above it. It's about having the mindset to view challenges as opportunities for growth, the adaptability to change course when necessary, the persistence to keep going despite obstacles, and the ability to learn from every experience. Resilience isn't a trait that we are born with. It's something that can be developed through practice and a commitment to staying positive, focused, and determined. Life will always throw challenges our way, but with resilience, we have the power to turn those challenges into stepping stones toward success. Taking action is one of the most powerful steps we can take toward achieving our goals and transforming our lives. It is easy to dream, plan, and envision success, but without action, those dreams remain just that, dreams. Action is the bridge between intention and achievement. It's what turns ideas into reality, makes progress possible, and moves us closer to the future we desire. Many people struggle with taking action, often overthinking, doubting their abilities, or fearing failure. However, the key to success lies in our ability to move past those obstacles and begin taking deliberate steps toward our goals. The first step in taking action is clarity. Before we can act, we must have a clear understanding of what we want to achieve. Setting clear, specific goals is essential because they provide us with direction and focus. When we are unclear about what we want or why we want it, taking action can feel aimless and unmotivated. However, when our goals are clearly defined, they become a powerful force that drives us forward. It's important to break down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. This makes the task feel less overwhelming and provides us with a roadmap for taking consistent action. Once we have clarity, we need to overcome the mental barriers that often hold us back from taking action. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles people face when it comes to taking the first step. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of making mistakes can paralyze us and keep us from acting. The truth is that failure is a natural part of the learning process and nothing to be afraid of. Every successful person has experienced setbacks, mistakes, and failures along the way. What sets them apart is their ability to push past those fears and keep moving forward. Embracing the fact that setbacks are inevitable and learning to view them as opportunities for growth can help us overcome fear and take bold, confident action. Procrastination is another common barrier to taking action. It is easy to put things off, telling ourselves that we will act tomorrow or next week, but the longer we delay, the more difficult it becomes to start. Procrastination often stems from a fear of failure or a lack of motivation. We may also fall victim to perfectionism, believing that we must have everything in place before we begin. However, the truth is that perfection is a myth. The best way to move forward is by taking imperfect action. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. Starting, even with small steps, builds momentum and helps us break the cycle of procrastination. Each step forward brings us closer to our goal, and each action we take builds our confidence and reinforces the habit of progress. Taking action also requires consistency. It's not enough to take one step and expect everything to fall into place. Success is built through repeated effort over time. This means committing to showing up every day, even when we don't feel like it, and doing what needs to be done, regardless of how difficult or tedious it may seem. Consistency is key to building momentum and achieving long-term success. The more we show up and take action, the more natural it becomes. Even when progress feels slow, consistency ensures that we are steadily moving closer to our goals. Another important aspect of taking action is adaptability. As we take steps toward our goals, we are bound to encounter challenges, obstacles, or unexpected changes in circumstances. The ability to adapt and adjust our approach is essential for continued progress. Taking action doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan despite setbacks. Instead, it means being open to new ideas, learning from mistakes, and making changes when necessary. Adaptability allows us to stay on track even when things don't go as planned and ensures that we continue making progress, even if the path looks different than we initially envisioned. Additionally, accountability plays a significant role in the action-taking process. Having someone to share our goals with, whether it's a mentor, friend, or colleague, helps keep us motivated and on track. When we commit to taking action and know that someone else is holding us accountable, we are more likely to follow through. Accountability provides us with a sense of responsibility and reinforces the importance of staying consistent in our efforts. It also offers us a support system when things get tough, providing encouragement and feedback along the way. Ultimately, taking action is about making progress, no matter how small, every day. It's about moving forward with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty, and committing to the process, not just the outcome. While it's natural to feel hesitant or unsure at times, the most important thing is to start. Every step you take is one step closer to achieving your goals. Taking action is what transforms dreams into reality, what turns intentions into accomplishments, and what propels us toward the future we desire. The only way to achieve anything is by taking that first step and then continuing to take one step after another. Through consistent, deliberate action, we can create the life we envision. Believing in yourself is one of the most powerful and essential elements of personal growth and success. It serves as the foundation for everything you do, shaping how you approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Self-belief is not just about having confidence in your abilities, it is about trusting yourself enough to take risks, stay committed to your goals, and navigate the uncertainties of life. It's the internal drive that empowers you to overcome obstacles, pursue your passions, and reach your fullest potential. When you believe in yourself, you recognize your own worth and capabilities. You understand that you are capable of achieving your goals, no matter how big or small. This belief is not born from arrogance or overconfidence, but from a deep-rooted understanding that you have the strength, resilience, and determination to succeed. Self-belief allows you to trust in your decision-making, your skills, and your capacity to grow and improve over time. When you believe in yourself, you are more likely to take on new challenges, pursue opportunities, and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. One of the key aspects of believing in yourself is developing a positive mindset. It's easy to get caught up in negative self-talk, especially when facing difficulties or encountering failures. But self-belief is rooted in the ability to shift your thinking. Instead of focusing on what you can't do or the obstacles in your way, you focus on your strengths, your past successes, and your potential to grow. A positive mindset helps you to view challenges not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. When you believe in yourself, setbacks are seen as temporary and solvable rather than permanent roadblocks. This perspective encourages perseverance and resilience in the face of adversity. Another important component of believing in yourself is setting and working towards meaningful goals. When you have a clear sense of what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to believe in your ability to get there. Self-belief fuels your motivation and drives you to take the necessary actions to accomplish your goals. Setting small, achievable milestones along the way can reinforce your self-belief, as each success builds your confidence and propels you toward your ultimate objective. As you make progress, you begin to see evidence of your abilities, which further strengthens your belief in your potential. However, believing in yourself also involves accepting that growth takes time and effort. It's easy to become discouraged when results don't come as quickly as expected, or when you face obstacles that seem too difficult to overcome. But true self-belief means understanding that success is not always immediate and that failures and setbacks are part of the journey. It's important to recognize that every step, even those that feel like failures, contributes to your growth. When you believe in yourself, you are able to stay focused on your long-term goals, knowing that perseverance and continuous effort will eventually pay off. Self-belief also means embracing your unique qualities and strengths. It's easy to compare yourself to others, especially in a world where social media often portrays an idealized version of success. But self-belief is rooted in recognizing that your journey is your own and that your unique experiences, skills, and perspectives are valuable. Instead of trying to be like someone else, you focus on becoming the best version of yourself. By embracing who you are and appreciating what makes you different, you strengthen your confidence and trust in your abilities. It's important to remember that your path to success may look different from someone else's, and that's perfectly okay. Building self-belief is not always easy, especially if you face setbacks or criticism in the past. Negative experiences can sometimes erode your confidence and make it harder to trust yourself. However, self-belief can be cultivated over time through practice and persistence. It's about silencing the inner critic and replacing self-doubt with positive affirmations. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who believe in you and encourage your growth can also strengthen your self-belief. Taking small steps toward your goals, acknowledging your progress, and celebrating your achievements, no matter how small, reinforce the belief that you are capable of success. Believing in yourself is also about embracing failure as part of the learning process. No one is perfect, and everyone experiences setbacks along the way. However, failure does not define you unless you allow it to. When you believe in yourself, you understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity to learn and grow. The most successful people have faced failure numerous times, but their belief in themselves allowed them to keep going, adjust their approach, and ultimately achieve their goals. Self-belief gives you the courage to fail forward, knowing that each failure brings you one step closer to success. In conclusion, believing in yourself is the cornerstone of personal growth and achievement. It empowers you to pursue your dreams, take risks, and navigate challenges with resilience. Self-belief is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice that requires a positive mindset, goal setting, perseverance, and self-acceptance. When you believe in yourself, you unlock your true potential and create the life you want to live. Self-belief is the key that opens the door to endless possibilities, and with it, there is nothing you cannot achieve, because when you stop making excuses, you start living the life you were meant to lead. And that, my friends, is the life that is full of purpose, fulfillment, and endless possibilities. Thank you.